Hello, all my air signs. Welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be focused on the week of July 4th to July 11th. But if you're coming across this video outside of that time, then of course your gut brought you here, spirit brought you here, so there are messages for you. So I would definitely continue listening. If you are listening to this and watching it between July 4th and July 11th, then happy Independence Day. If you're watching this on July 4th when this video came out, it is Independence Day in the United States. And also this week coming up, we have a new moon in Cancer on the 9th, which is going to be full of a lot of emotion because the moon was what governs Cancer, the zodiac sign of Cancer, and Cancer is also a water sign. So you've got emotion, emotion, emotion. So whatever emotions you're going through this week, just know that they're going to be amplified. You're going to feel it, a few days before and a few days after, with that transitional moon. So if you're not enjoying what you're feeling, and you're feeling uncomfortable emotions that are not a fun, uncomfortable feeling, then you can always change that, and just know you have the power to switch and choose what emotion that you want to focus on. So it's as easy as choosing between Coke and Pepsi. It's like, I don't want to choose this one anymore, I want to choose this one, and you do that. And you can do it through action too. Like, I know that if I'm feeling grumpy or whatever, I'm like, I force a smile, and it immediately starts to change the energy within me. And especially with this explosiveness that you have around this moon, just know that you'll feel it almost immediately with that transition. So I've also completed a different variety of videos. I do have a new moon video for this Cancer that's already out. There'll be playlists at the end of this video. So there'll be one about moon signs. That's where you can find that one. I've also created freedom readings for each of the zodiac signs because of this weekend, and they're already out. I put them out on Friday, so the playlist for that is also at the end. And then this is a element reading for this is for all the air signs. So this is for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarians. If you want to have your monthly reading, I also do those for each month, and there's also a playlist for that. So a lot of free videos I put out. So help yourself and share them, share the love. All right, let's jump in here and see what the Creator has for our air signs. We're going to pull a card here from the Reawakening the Soul deck here by Sundara Fawn. And we're just going to see what the Creator wants you to know about this week. All right, Creator, for our air signs, what do you want them to know, please? Okay. Love, love, love. Beautiful. I love that card. Beautiful, beautiful. So definitely a week of focusing on love. That's so perfect too for that moon. If you focus on unconditional love for yourself and others, just going to expand and explode. You're just going to be a little spout of love that everyone, you're going to be like this little light shining bright. And let me grab here. Okay, so the card talks about open your heart to be filled with the grace of God's unconditional love. And there's a quote here from the Paramahansa Yogananda. It says, in him you will find all the love of all hearts. You will find completeness. Everything that the world gives you and then takes away, leaving you in pain or disillusionment, you will find in God in a much greater way and with no aftermath of sorrow. I love that, It definitely, when we look outside of ourselves, outside of the Creator for love, we end up with this conditional love that eventually disappoints, right? It's like Chinese food. It might fill us up for a sec, but we feel empty again. But when you turn to the inward love that we can find from the Creator of all things from within our heart, then that is stable, eternal, definitely not disappointing. So the card message is, do you know that your heart has wings? It was born free, but lack of awareness has held it captive. Your heart and soul are pure love. You are love, but you have forgotten. Your mind has identified the heart with emotions such as pain and suffering. You have stopped yourself from receiving. How long do you wish to remain disconnected from remembering true love? The greatest gift that you can give God is loving yourself. Inside yourself, you will find God. Open to your one true love, your beloved. The Creator is waiting for you to open your heart, spread your wings, and fly. Wow, I love that. This card's also come with some introspection questions. There's 4 for this card. So I'll read them, and then whatever resonates with you or not, you can introspect on. And the first one is, am I willing to repair any wounded aches in my heart? Number 2, do I love myself? Number 3, do I feel God's love for me? And number 4, can I open my heart to love and to be loved? And the affirmation for this is, I am made up of spirit, and spirit is 100% love. And this is so good. Yeah, definitely. You are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. In fact, you are made of unconditional love. And when we find that within ourselves, you just overflow with that, and you don't feel empty, you don't feel discouraged, don't feel let down and disappointed. So definitely, it allows you to fly. You do feel like you're flying when you're sitting in that presence of that unconditional love. So a big week is like, yep, this week, what the Creator wants you to remember, and for this week, is that you are unconditionally loved. You are love. So focus on love, love, love all this week. Right? We're also going to pull some cards here from the Light Seers deck. Let's see what else the Creator wants you to know. I'm going to put this down here. All right, Creator, what else do you want our air signs to know about their week, please? Okay. I'm going to start with this one here, since it made itself known, and this is so perfect because this is all, even though it says judgment, what it's talking about is realizing, and that's number 20, which when you add 2 plus 0 is 2, realizing that there is 2 of you in this earthly experience. You have this human character that you play, but you're also this higher being made of unconditional love, powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being. And, when it's talking about this love here, this is all made of love. Look how joyful, woohoo! And so remembering you are love is such an important thing this week. And, understanding that there is no judgment outside of our physical humanness. There's a story which I'm being prompted to talk about. When at one point in my life, the Garden of Eden story, the beginning of it made so much sense to me, because we were living in paradise according to this account in the Bible, right? They were living in paradise, but when they ate of the tree of good and evil, which is judgment, judging something good, judging something evil, when they ate of the tree of judgment, that's when paradise went, which is so representative of, that is paradise, unconditional love. That is not paradise. That is, constantly living in fear of breaking a rule, being rejected, because the outside world is that conditional love. There's a way you can lose it. There's things you have to do to gain it. Whereas from the higher love, the higher spiritual place, that's unconditional. You can't do anything to earn it because you already have it all, so you can't gain more of it, and there's nothing you can do to lose it because there's no conditions that can happen to lose it. That's why it's called unconditional. One condition makes it conditional, right? And then you have the Ace of Swords, and so swords are all about your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, and so the Ace of Swords is all about new thoughts, new beliefs, and I really feel specifically this is about yourself. You know, all that self-talk, all that judgment that you have on yourself, that you've had on yourself, you can look at it from a whole different perspective, a whole different mindset, and you can look at things and go, you know what? Who said that that's the way things are supposed to be? Who says that when that happens, that's how I'm supposed to feel? You know, all those conditions are the supposed to, need to, should, have to, you know, all those constrictive feelings. And when you free your mind of all those restrictions, you feel freer and freer. Yeah, and you definitely do feel like you fly, because you go through this metamorphosis of, you know, this human conditional thing is the caterpillar walking along the jungle floor, just trying to consume food that it needs, survive another day, not get eaten by other things. But when it goes into the cocoon, it dissolves itself. And so all these old mindsets dissolve as you turn into this beautiful butterfly shaped like a heart, right? And the Five of Pentacles. So, you know, this Five of Pentacles is all about awareness. And I love this particular card because, you know, this is how we can feel when we look outside of ourselves for our items. The Pentacles are about the outside world, about the, you know, the physical, the actual coins, money, possessions, people, all those physical things on the stage. And when we depend on those for our success, then we feel that disappointment, we feel out of control, we feel we're not going to be able to get through that door. Look, it's locked. And then we realize, oh, there's the key right there. If I just look up, I realize that I hold the key to open the door. And that's all about, you know, turning to that love inside. That's truly the key. I was listening to something today, and I'm sorry, I was listening to so many things, I can't remember where I heard it, but it was saying that only love is real. And when you let that sink in, only love is real. Everything else is illusion, right? Everything else is just energy. You know, when you break down this card, even if you look at it at microscopic, as far as you can go down, there's space in between each of these particles that make it look purple, that make it feel solid like a card. But really, all these are just trillions of particles making up this card, as well as this hand, as well as these cells. When you break it down, there's space in between every one of these things. And so really the only thing that exists is what we are, you know, love. So beautiful, beautiful message for your coming up this week. Just know that indeed every second of every day you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And as you go throughout this week, just remember that you yourself are made of unconditional love. We'll talk to you soon. I love you. Take care now.